Wyatt Earp cornered at last. Holed up there all by himself. Shall we rush him, boss, and get it over with?
No. You can't have much grub with him. Maybe one canteen of water. I want Earp to die slow.
Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
Of all the tough cattle outfits with whom Wyatt Earp tangled in Dodge City, the Big T gave Marshal Earp the most trouble. And of all the attempts to ambush Wyatt, the shrewdest was that concocted by Rance Purcell, owner of the Big T, and Gus Andrews, his foreman. Hired gunmen had failed. A concealed sharpshooter in Dodge City had missed. But the Big T'ers took advantage of Marshal Earp's one reckless habit. This was his desire to go it alone when he investigated reports of certain crimes. And one day at Stony Wells, near the Washita River crossing,
The dusty road lay hot and still beneath a burning sky. The silence hung upon the air as painful as a cry. And this was not the kind of day for any man to die.
Get your hands up! We got you surrounded! Don't be a fool, Earp! Come on out with your hands up!
You come and get me.
Somebody fighting Indians over yonder?
Nah, Big T's got Wyatt Earp cornered over at the old Stony Wells Roadhouse. Come on, chum, it's a free-for-all.
How many against Earp?
Oh, 30 at least. Boss says we'll get him sure this time. Come on, don't miss the fun.
My horse is tuckered, but I'll be there.
Okay, come on.
Where's Doc Holliday?
Upstairs. He's having a bad spell with his cough.
I won't disturb him too much. And I don't go for 30 to 1, Doc.
Wyatt's had this coming a long time. Always plays the lone wolf. He deserves to get killed.
But, Doc, he's your friend. It seems like you ought to do something.
What can I do? I'm dying myself, man.
Yes, sir. I just thought that...
Here, drink this and you won't think. Now get out of here. Go on, get.
Yes, sir. Howdy, ma'am.
John, is Wyatt in trouble?
Yeah. He's got his fool self cornered by 30 men. I guess I ought to lend him a hand. You lend me one.
But John, must you?
I must. I don't know why, but I must.
There comes a time when every man must face the big unknown, when odds are all against him and he stands upon his own. But friendless is the man who has to face these things alone.
Get down! You getting hungrier?
Where's Wyatt?
He's holed up in Stony Wells.
Oh, it's true then. My deputies are bringing prisoners in. I got some of Wyatt's men and meet you back here in 10 minutes.
10 minutes might make the difference. Right now's the time. Unless you're scared of the boys from the Big T.
I'll go any place you go, Doc.
Boy. Give me a double. The Big T outfit has Wyatt Earp in a corner at last.
How'd that happen?
Earp was poking his nose into a couple of killings at the old Stony Wells roadhouse. Rance Purcell and his men surrounded him.
Stony Wells?
Yeah.
I'm paying off, miss.
You quitting, honey?
Yep.
But the bank's in the hole. It'll cost you.
Guess that makes us all square. I've got an errand.
Ben Thompson, you wait a second.
I'm mighty fond of Wyatt.
But Ben, you can't walk out of here in the middle of a game.
What are we waiting for, boss? He ain't sweated long enough, Gus. Suppose some of Earp's friends hear about this. Friends? Earp ain't got a friend in the whole state of Kansas. We'll take him tonight, in the dark.
Let's stop here for a minute. Have a drink of water, cousin. I reckon I'll be leaving you now, cousin.
Change your mind about helping Earp, Wes?
Yeah. And so should you, Manning.
Nope. I'm beholden to Earp.
Why, you can't take sides with that dang Yankee against Texas boys.
I can. He saved my cousin Ori from hanging. Didn't he let you go when he could have killed you, Wes?
Oh, my wife begged me not to gun him.
Ain't the way she told it to me. She said you tried to use a quick draw holster and it didn't work. She said Earp sprained your wrist instead of killing you.
You want to fight, cousin?
I ain't running from one.
Well, that ain't Ben Thompson. Hiya, Ben.
Manning Clements and Wesley Hart.
Yeah, howdy.
You fellows hear about Wyatt Earp?
Wes and I was on our way to help the marshal, but Wes got cold feet.
What'd you say on yellow?
Hold it, Wes. I owe Wyatt considerable, and I'm going to pay him off if I can get there in time.
You gonna take sides against Texas boys in favor of a Yankee?
John Wesley Hart. Seems I recall a poster or two where you're wanted by the Texas Rangers. You're a real patriotic fella, ain't you? Get on your horse, Manning. We ain't got too much time.
Holster your gun, friend. Wes will ride with us.
Yeah, my own free will, Thompson.
Oh, good for you. Hit the leather.
Oh, it was a straight tip, Doc. Those aren't champagne corks popping.
Hold it. There might be some more of them joining up with the opposition. Let's get off the trail. Wes Harden. Ben Thompson. Man and Clemens. Which side you on?
Take it slow, Doc. You gents know Doc Holliday and Sheriff Bat Masterson? Hiya, Doc.
He was aiming to help Wyatt Earp. But I don't like any other Johnny Law that wears a star.
Take off that star.
I don't see what a star
We're
is.
not helping Wyatt any by picking a fight with these gentlemen. They're great artists with a 6-gun. Or didn't you know?
I know.
Quite a tribute, Wes. Sheriff Bat Masterson there's quite a hand with the Colt, I hear.
All right. I'm friendly. Good. Now we'll have to talk this over. We'll use some strategy. Seeing that mine is the only intelligence that's trained in deceit and slimy tactics, I want to offer my advice.
Hey! Marshal Earp! You better take a nap now. We're coming in after you as soon as it's dark.
The idea is to try and reach Wyatt one by one and by different directions.
So they can pick us off one by one?
Mr. Harden, you don't seem to grasp my major concept. I think I can say without immodesty that the 5 of us represent the cream of the local talent in gunfighting.
I'll say aye to that.
The ayes have it. There's one thing I want you all to remember. I didn't get out of a sick bed just to scare Rance Purcell and Gus Andrews.
The Doc wants himself a real turkey shoot.
And so do I. When that big T rushes Wyatt, they're going to be real surprised how many guns go off.
I'm for that. All right with you, Wes?
How is Wyatt gonna know we ain't from the Big T?
That's a good point. Sheriff Masterson will go in first and break the news that the rest of us are coming. Any other questions?
Nope. Take it easy, Doc. Why aren't you hound dogs over there helping Wyatt Earp?
Play Allison.
Howdy, Doc. Thought you'd be dead by now. Howdy, Wes. Manning? Ben? Who's the kid? Bat Masterson. You've heard of him? Oh, yeah. Howdy, kid.
Howdy.
Clay, you've been drinking very much?
About a pint is all. Clay can handle himself, Doc.
It takes a pint to get him sober.
Still, I don't drink no more than you put away, Doc.
I thought we came here to save Wyatt. Now, how about it? Well, don't pay any attention to that. I'll get him calmed down. Wes, you tell Clay the plan. Let's move.
No sense in waiting for dark, boss. He's low on cartridges.
He hasn't fired the Winchester in some time.
Let's rush him.
No. Draw the boys off from the north side. Make him think he's got a chance to run.
All right, we'll see if we can draw him out in the open.
Yeah.
Hey, you men on the north side! Boss wants to talk to you.
How'd you get here?
More help's coming.
They pull the guns away from the north side. Purcell thinks I'm gonna make a run for it. Come on, let's go.
No, we've got help.
How many and how soon?
Masterson, give me a hand.
Doc, you should be in bed.
We gotta cover Ben and Wes. Over there.
They didn't even see us.
Howdy, White.
Howdy, Ben.
Manning and Clay are coming in from the north.
Remember me, Wes Harden?
Yeah, I sure do.
Anybody got any whiskey?
You don't need whiskey, you need rest. Anybody bring water?
Water? We brought guns. Ain't that enough?
Here they come. They're hit. What the? Take care of Manning. Get the door.
Who are those men?
Too far to tell. The word got out. Oh, they're just a couple of deputies, boss. Both of them are hit. Let's move in.
No. No, not until I'm sure it isn't a posse. I'm checking this myself.
Every man lays low till I get back.
I'm sure glad you brought this ammunition. I was down to my last 4 shells.
We're paying off the debt, Marshal.
Now we'll consider it paid. Can you travel?
I reckon.
What do you mean, travel?
Just what I said. We'll get out of here the same way you got in here.
Wyatt.
What do you mean? We made a deal with Bat. This is our show.
Let Wyatt say what he'd do.
He wants to run.
We aim to fight.
Doc Holliday, Manning Clements, John Wesley Harden, Clay Allison, Ben Thompson, and Bat Masterson. Great gunfighters. Now, you know we can pick off at least 12 men out there.
Well, what's wrong with that? The Big T ambushed you, and they plugged Clay and Manning.
See, Wyatt? Most of us here are Texans. We don't think bushwhacking's fair, and besides, 30 against 1. That calls for punishment.
I'm running short of breath and tempo, Wyatt.
We ought to tell the Big T what they're up against. Give them a chance to surrender.
Oh, that's fine.
Wyatt! You're so ethical. You want them.
Thank you, Doctor. Give me that stick. Got a handkerchief?
You was right, Gus. No posse. Let's finish this.
Hold your fire. You quitting the fight? No, I want you to quit.
What kind of a bluff is this, Herb?
No bluff, Mr. Purcell. I got 6 men with me. The best gunfighters in the country.
You're a liar. You've only got him and 2 scared, wounded deputies.
All right, move in. Kill him.
Here they come. Man, you got yourself a fight. Keep us covered.
Cousin?
Go get your own window.
Don't be selfish, cousin, man.
That was Ben Thompson, Wyatt. There's a lot more of them in there, too. Look at, they're shooting from all the windows. Herb wasn't lying. He's got that place filled with fighting men. Let's give up. Let's move.
No. We're doing this wrong.
Big T, hold your fire. I want you back here with me.
Purcell just doesn't believe it. Looks like they're getting ready to rush the door.
Let's go outside and get them.
No. We want Purcell and Andrews. No sense in shooting a lot of hired hands.
There's quite a few of them down already.
Wyatt's running this fight, Doc.
When we came here, Wyatt was holed up like a rat. Now he wants to call off the fight. I say we put it to a vote.
I'm not for calling off the fight. I want Purcell and Andrews, but only if they force us.
Put it to a vote.
All You for me or for Doc?
Doc, let's just see how popular you are. Wes, how do you vote?
Wyatt.
Ben?
Wyatt?
Wyatt.
Wyatt.
Just a passel of sissy boys. 5 big T's are dead, and a half a dozen are winged. I vote for John H. Holliday. Count me out.
Give him back his gun.
Well, I didn't have him cut loose at all.
He won't do that. Here's your gun. We still may have to use you.
Wyatt? They coming right at us.
All right, Herb. You and your deputies come on out and make your fight.
Now, let's go.
Manon Clements, Wes Harden, Clay Allison, Ben Thompson, Texas men. All on the side of a Yankee John Law.
Wyatt don't want us to kill all of you.
And Doc Holliday, a real Southerner from Georgia.
Mr. Purcell, we just want you and Mr. Andrews. Now, you pick the 2 of us you prefer to fight, or we'll all go to shooting. No. You make your choice. The rest of us will stay out of it.
All right, all of you, go get your horses. Then pick up your men.
What?
Yeah?
The boys are getting ready to leave. Aren't you going to say anything to them?
There's nothing to say.
Well, as always, thank you.
It sounds stupid.
Well, you might at least tell them goodbye.
Bad manners. Bad manners. My lot of friends you've got. Go through a hot tussle with them, and all they leave me is half a pint. Just half a pint.
They all left?
Yep.
Marshal Earp hasn't any manners either. He didn't even say so long to men who risk their lives.
Why should he? Rascals, killers, hoodlums. Wyatt'll pray for their poor souls. Won't you, Deacon?
Yeah, I'll pray for yours too, Doctor. I came here to investigate the murder of these 2 men. That's what I'm going to do. Take the doctor on back to Miss Kate.
Yes, sir. He should have said so long.
Don't be an idiot. What did you say when he saved your life?
Well, nothing.
Then remember that. And remember how the good Lord gave you the wisdom to keep your mouth shut.
I won't be your rider today. Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
Politics on the frontier of 1876 was often a brawling, conniving business. Wyatt Earp, as Marshal of Dodge City, was appointed by the mayor and council. He didn't have to run for election. But when Charlie Bassett, sheriff of Ford County, decided not to seek election again, Wyatt was confronted with a difficult choice. He must either allow a bad choice, backed by some cattlemen, to take over the sheriff's office, or he must find a candidate with whom he could work in honest law enforcement. So Wyatt decided that young Bat Masterson should make the race for sheriff. The big trouble was that neither Wyatt nor Bat knew how many guns were loaded and aimed at them.
Howdy, gentlemen.
Howdy, Sheriff.
Thanks, but I ain't sheriff yet. Just a small matter of getting elected. Maybe that'll help.
What you got in mind, Mr. Lanford?
Well, you know that Earp's talked Bat Masterson into running against me.
Mm-hmm.
Just two things wrong with Bat as a candidate.
He's Earp's best friend. What's the other thing?
He's young and cocky. He won't walk away from a fight. I've got to make the voters understand that a brawling, trigger-happy kid ain't the sort they want for sheriff. Maybe you fellas can help spread that idea around.
I don't know. Bat's awful good with a gun, Mr. Lanford.
You won't need guns. Don't even wear those things. Get him into arguments. Pick fistfights with him. Keep him in trouble. He's bound to lose his temper and get himself branded around the county as a hoodlum brat. See what I mean?
Oh, Hal. You seen Mr. Masterson?
Sure, he's in the parlor of the Dodge Hotel, sparking Miss Alma.
Oh, no.
Oh, there's no need to fret, Wyatt. The voters approve of Miss Alma. At least they elected her daddy state senator.
Yeah. Well, she thinks she knows too much about politics. Now, Hal, you take my patrol. I'm going to see to it that the future Sheriff Masterson gets home safe.
It isn't that I have anything personal against Mr. Earp. But what kind of a political campaign is this? No speeches, no rallies, nothing but a couple of advertisements in the Globe.
Oh, honey, you know I couldn't make a speech. I'd be all tongue-tied and I'd...
Well, Jerry Lamphere's making speeches. He goes all over the county.
Shaking hands, kissing babies. Whew, those poor babies.
Well, my father says you're going to lose if you keep listening to Mr. Earp. He's a political liability.
What?
He's a controversial figure. He has personal enemies, and the voters will think that you're much too close.
You folks got a lease on this here parlor? Move on, Sonny. I'm expecting a gal of my own.
Let's you and me settle this outside.
Oh, no, Bat, please.
Ah, he's just talking big. He wouldn't...
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Hold it! That's enough. Hold your temper. You get out of here.
I'll see him again.
We'll all be around.
Now, what was all this about?
He came busting in here
And you hit him first. Now he'll probably go all over town talking mean, and then he'll start another fight. Papa says that's the main thing Bat has to be on his guard against.
Well, the senator's right. Why don't you take Miss Alma down to the Texas Cafe and have some lemonade? Simmer down.
How did you get here so quick?
I just happened to be standing outside and I heard the rumpus. You take charge of him, Miss Alma.
No, I've got a headache now, and I'm going up to my room.
I sure am sorry, hon.
Couldn't be helped, I guess. But you should have stayed out of it, Mr. Earp. Every time you show the voters how close you are to Bat, it'll cost him votes. Well, Papa says it could be fatal.
Yes.
I'll see you later, Bat.
For dinner?
All right.
She just got upset about the fight.
Yeah. Did you ever see that cowhand before?
No.
Mr. Lamphere must be trying something cute.
Politics. To make me look bad?
That's right. I got a hunch. Let me have your gun. You walk down towards the Texas Cafe. I'll follow you, but no gun.
All right.
either of you?
Now we'll have it out real good.
No, you don't sucker me again. You take him to jail. I'll go see Lamford.
No, that's just what he wants. Now, these two can walk. You heard him on to jail.
All right. Come on.
You'd make a fine sheriff, beating people up in the street.
Come on.
Now, what's got you moaning so low?
Politics. I don't like politics.
Oh, you don't like politics, huh?
No, I must have been local when I promised you I'd run for sheriff.
Now, this is important. We've kept a lid on Dodge. And the only reason we've been able to do that is because Charlie Bassett and Bill Tillman have run an honest sheriff's office, right?
Right.
Now, if those hoodlums put Lamford across as sheriff, the whole town is going to blow wide open. Don't you understand that?
Why can't I withdraw and let you run?
Look, we've been through this a dozen times. They wouldn't elect me for sheriff. I'm not that popular.
Well, I think you are.
Weren't you at the hotel when Miss Alma told us that my being your friend was a drawback?
Oh, I suppose we gotta quit being friends, huh? Oh, no, if that's what it takes to get elected.
All you gotta do is just take it easy and stay out of fights. Now, the reason the Lamfords sicked those 3 gunfighters on you was so that people would think that you were raunchy and wild. Now, you just let me do the fighting.
And the voters will think I'm scared.
No, they won't. Now, look. Being a sheriff is a dignified job. You just can't go around swinging at every cowhand that's hired to taunt you into it.
All right. I'm going home. Will I get my gun back?
No. I'm escorting you home.
No, it's still my bodyguard, huh? Well, you never let any of us wet-nurse you?
That's because I'm not running for sheriff of Ford County.
Well, a promise is a promise. I'll be a good little boy.
And now, gentlemen, I come to the main point. My opponent, Mr. Bat Masterson, is a common thug. A hireling in the employ of Wyatt Earp.
I don't believe that.
I have here 3 honest cowhands just now released from Mr. Earp's prison. Last night, each one of them was set upon by Mr. Masterson. And when they tried to defend themselves, Mr. Earp joined his friend Masterson in beating them with fists and gun barrels. Masterson had no reason to assault these men. I'm going to introduce them presently, and each one of them will tell you that Masterson was in a nasty mood and picked a fight.
You wait here.
Oh, no, Bat, no.
Is this the kind of man you want for sheriff? A drunken, irresponsible gunfighter and hoodlum. A killer who, if elected, will still be working for Marshal Earp.
You're a liar!
All right, Mr. Masterson, you take care of Miss Alma.
He was lying about me. He said
I don't care. You take her back to the hotel and start your patrol. You understand?
Yes, sir.
It was just a political speech. Politicians don't have to take an oath when they talk.
Mr. Lamfair, I'm sorry if Mr. Masterson said you were lying.
Oh, you're sorry?
That's right. You see, Mr. Masterson just doesn't understand that you're a natural-born liar and can't help yourself.
What are you laughing at?
I know what I'm doing.
Now, we got free speech in this town. So, Mr. Lamfair, you just go on with your meeting.
You try and stop me.
Well, I just said I wouldn't do that. Now, you just climb back up on your little platform there and tell the biggest whoppers you can think of.
That is just exactly the sort of thing that will keep right on happening here in Dodge City. You saw with your own eyes.
Well, you won't listen to me.
I will now.
Really? Well, I told you last night, you and Mr. Earp don't know ABC about politics. Now, my father's coming to town this afternoon, and he can tell you how to get elected.
All right.
You'll do what he says?
Yes.
Papa likes you. If you go along with his ideas, you can win. And being sheriff is just a beginning. Why, there's no telling how high you can go in politics. And I like you, too. Very much.
Well, thanks, Hannah.
Oh, later. Here comes Mr. Earp.
Here, wear this.
Oh, I thought you didn't want me to wear a gun.
Yeah, Mr. Lanford isn't going to try fistfighting anymore. He's proved his point.
You think he'll gun me?
Well, he's a little too slow for that. But he might hire a drunk or somebody else to make a play against you, hoping you'll shoot.
Yeah, I get it. But why you trusting me with a gun? I might lose my temper and use it.
Lose the election?
Yeah.
No, you won't shoot unless you have to. Anyway, Mr. Lanford is playing a lot dirtier than I expected. You can't walk around town unarmed.
What happened to your idea of wet nursing me?
Well, I got a nice little telegram here from Senator Drew. Says if we want his support, we got to follow his instructions. I guess Miss Alma sent him a telegram last night.
Yeah, I guess she did. But you're still the boss as far as I'm concerned, Wyatt.
So let's see what the political expert has to say. Meanwhile, you're supposed to be a deputy marshal. So, get on your patrol.
Right.
The Globe just came out. They've printed every one of Lanfear's charges right on page 1.
Masterson assaults cowhands. Goes on rampage with fists. The Earp candidate denounced by Jerry Lanfear. Stupid. Damnably stupid.
Oh, it isn't Bat's fault, but you know how he hero worships Mr. Earp.
Well, I thought he listened to you until I could get here.
Not against Mr. Earp.
Ah.
Oh, they're both just babes in the woods, really. But, Papa, I still think Bat can amount to something. The people like him. And Oh, Mr. Earp, I'm so glad you could come in a hurry.
Not at all. Howdy, Senator.
Hello, Wyatt. Sit yourself down.
Thank you.
Papa has to go back to Topeka on the night train, so I'll leave you two to talk.
Seen this?
No, sir. Well, you know, the Globe is supporting Mr. Lanfear. He does a lot of advertising.
I don't like the hoodlum crowd. That's why I encouraged you to find a man who can beat Lanfear.
Yes, sir.
Frankly, when you picked Masterson, I had my doubts, but Alma's kind of interested in the boy.
Well, sir, in all due respect to Miss Alma, I didn't consider her feelings. I picked Mr. Masterson because I could trust him and I could work with him.
That's the trouble.
What do you mean?
Politically, Wyatt, you and Bat are too close.
Oh, I see.
You've been a fine marshal here, but let's face it. An honest peace officer makes enemies. He can't be honest and popular at the same time.
I guess so. Well, I don't see why Mr. Masterson has to be saddled with my enemies.
There's a way around that. You and Masterson could have a big row in public.
You mean a fake quarrel?
Wyatt, this is politics. A campaign is half play acting. You want an honest sheriff, right?
That's right.
Then what's a little Phineas T. Barnum stunt compared to getting Bat elected?
Well, except Mr. Masterson can't act worth shucks.
Bat doesn't have to be an actor. You make the quarrel. Make him think it's in dead earnest.
Well, all right, you're the expert, Senator. I'll trail him around. Maybe something will happen to make it look good.
Fine, Wyatt, fine.
No. Put it on the ace. The ace. That isn't. You gotta play percentage in this thing, boy. You never will win it. Look, if it was. Where you gone?
Frog face. Turn around. I want to talk to you. Have you thought it over?
Tain't enough money, Mr. Lanford. I can get killed.
Bat won't draw on you.
No? How can I be sure of that?
$50 more says he won't. He can't afford a gunfight, Frogface. He's in politics. All you have to do is wave your gun around at him, call him a few names.
Play acting, huh? Did you just play acting, Mr. Lanford?
A practical joke, that's all.
Oh. Well, if that's all it is. I know what I'll do. I'll pull out my gun, I'll sneak up behind him, and I'll say, wait a minute, you. And then I might even fire a shot over his head, just to give him a little scare, see? Then when he turns around, I'll say, I got you, you bum. What, you think you're gonna make a sheriff of this town? Let's see what kind of a brave sheriff you are, and I bet you'll just fade right away from me.
Hello, Bat. How's your campaign coming?
Pretty good, thanks.
Stay in there, boy. I'm gonna vote for you, Bat.
Thanks, Mr. Stinson.
You yellow pup. Now I got you.
Now, take it easy, frog face.
Go for your gun. Let's see what kind of a brave sheriff you'd make. Oh! You shot me! I'm killed! I'm killed!
Mr. Masterson, you promised to quit fighting. What? Wasn't a fight. Hold still now, frog face.
He tried to drone me, White. I had to defend myself.
It's an accident with his own gun. You're not hurt bad, just pinched in the leg.
You'll be all right, frog face. I'll get you over to Dr. McCarty. Oh. Well, that winds it up, Mr. Masterson, turning your star.
What?
You broke your promise.
Are you loco? I told you it was an accident.
We used to be friends. I did the best I could for you. Now we're finished.
Why,
Save your breath.
Don't take it that way, Bat. You're lucky to find out so quick.
Lucky?
I wasn't going to vote for you, but now that you're rid of Earp, I'm with you.
Thanks. Thanks a lot. And I'm not saying I never made a lot of trouble for Wyatt. Ever since the first days in Ellsworth, I've been getting into scrapes he got me out of. But this time it's his fault. He wouldn't even give me a chance to explain. Just gets sore and fires me in front of that crowd of hoodlums.
Maybe he never really was your friend.
Wyatt, he's been like my big brother. He taught me gunfighting. Saved my life half a dozen times.
But a true friend wouldn't pull out on you the way he did.
Yeah, I can't understand it. I don't know what to do, Alma. It's been Wyatt and me on the trail together in gunfights side by side. And I'm not going to beg him. He says we're through, so we're through.
And a good riddance, darling.
No. No, not losing a friend like Wyatt.
But now you'll win the election.
Election? What does that amount to compared to a man...
It cost you votes, hundreds of votes. Why, honey, when Papa heard about the split up, he said you're as good as elected. You have his support now all the way. And Papa knows. We're going far in politics. You'll be governor before many years, and
votes, votes, yeah, sure.
Well, what's the matter?
I don't know. I gotta think about this. I'll take a walk, and I'll think about it.
Oh, Wyatt, my boy.
Well, I guess you heard, huh?
Wonderful. Worked like a charm. Or didn't it?
Well, I don't know. I think I hurt his feelings. I was rougher on him than I meant to be.
Nonsense. After the election, you can explain to that. And you'll both have a good laugh over it. Now then, the boy has to make a few speeches. Here in Dodge and around the county. A public row isn't quite enough. He'll have to denounce you and tell the voters that he doesn't want your support.
Yes, sir.
I've hired him a campaign wagon and all the trimmings. And Spike Gillum, my own manager, is going to take charge. Bat could go places. He's young, but women want to mother him. And women swing a lot of votes, even if they can't vote themselves. Bat has a good, honest face, and he likes people.
Well, there's just one thing, though. What if he doesn't make up to me?
Now, don't you worry about that. Politics is politics. Well, I'm in a rush. Have a lot of odds and ends to pick up and a train to catch. Here's to the new sheriff, Bat Masterson.
Well, sir, thank you for your advice.
No, I must thank you for taking my advice. Don't miss Bat's speech this afternoon. More effective if you're in the crowd when he denounces you.
I'll be there, sir.
Gentlemen, my father had to return to Topeka on business, so he asked me to introduce Mr. Masterson, our next sheriff. Now, you all know Mr. Masterson's record as a fearless deputy marshal. But there is one point that I'm sure Mr. Masterson wishes to explain to the voters. His opponent is charged that he is the henchman of Marshal Wyatt Earp. This is not true. Mr. Masterson and Mr. Earp are no longer friends. But I'm sure that Mr. Masterson doesn't need me to speak for him. He can speak for himself. And so I give you Mr. William B. Bat Masterson, the next sheriff of Ford County.
I'd like to talk directly to Wyatt Earp. Wyatt, Alma's got things a little mixed up. You're still my friend no matter what you think of me. Look, you're sore at me. And maybe as you see it, you have a right to be sore. Well, that doesn't matter. I'll go on naming you as my friend as long as I live. And if claiming you as a friend makes me unworthy of election as sheriff, well, that doesn't matter. You know, good friends are scarce in this life. A man would be a fool to trade a friend for a political office. Anybody that votes for me votes for Wyatt Earp, too.
I don't exactly like you, Earp, but I'll vote for you. And I'm going to vote for Bat Masterson.
Stupid.
And furthermore, gentlemen,
Masterson.
Yeah, you better wear that, too.
thanks, Wyatt. You know, you sell yourself too short. I'm going to win that election, and mostly because of you.
Yeah? Well, I don't know. You lost Miss Alma and her papa.
2 votes, phooey.
Get behind me. Keep your hand off that gun.
Mine!
No! Lick him at the poles. Come on, help me pick up these men. Take them over the dock.
Come on, you're not hurt, man. Lamp for 540. Masterson 962. I never would have believed it. Hey, how about that?
Congratulations, Sheriff Masterson.
Thanks.
Come here. Take that off.
Oh, yes, sir.
Compliments of Marshal Earp.
Is this all you got to do to be elected? Just be yourself and tell the truth?
Well, I tell you, politicians have been trying to figure out different ways for over 1,000 years, but you can't lick the truth. And every once in a while, a good man comes along to prove it. Say, I almost forgot, there's a pretty little gal waiting for you over in the parlor of the Dodge Hotel.
Miss Alma.
No. No, this one wants you to run for president next year.
A new girl. Excuse me.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
What's your hurry, Injun?
I thought you promised Marshal Earp not to make any more trouble.
No trouble. I just want to have a sociable talk. Come on in here, huh?
Stop that!
Oh, what are you doing? Being hard to get?
You let go of me! I have a gun. You...
You give me that. Why, you little wild...
Hold it! You go on down and join your husband. Go on.
She shot me.
I'll take care of you. Go on. Get inside.
may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
Marriages between white men and Indian girls happened rarely, even on the Kansas frontier of 1877. Despite this sentimental guff written about squaw men, the strongest barrier to such marriages was the sacrifice demanded of any Indian girl who dared to marry a white man. Fighting tribes like the Sioux, the Apaches, and the Cheyenne greeted such romances with deadly anger. Marshal Earp would rather face a great gunman than become involved with a white husband and an Indian wife.
I'll be a squaw man in the Dodge Hotel.
You're going upstairs.
That's something. You ain't a bad-looking filly, either.
I left my gun out in the wagon. I'll meet you outside.
I'll be with you in just a second, Mr. Squaw Man.
What's it all about, mister?
Never mind. Let's get out of range.
You're a slow hand, Mr. Jones. This young fella's sore and he's sober.
He insulted me and my wife. Oh, you're the marshal.
Look, Mr. Jones is a slow hand with a gun. He's been drinking. You want an apology or an easy gunfight?
An apology.
Look, I'm trying to save your life. Either you apologize or I stand aside and let you shoot it out.
So I apologize. Look, my wife and boy are in
When
there.
I stop a gunfight, I aim to keep it stopped.
I'm sorry. Are you Wyatt Earp?
That's right.
Well, then, from what I've heard about you, I'll have a chance to explain the trouble.
All right. We'll take a walk and cool off.
Dick?
Well, first, I'd like you to meet my wife, Mrs. Melanie. Laura, this is Marshal Wyatt Earp.
Howdy, man. Your husband was going to kill Mr. Jones, and I didn't think he should.
Well, no. Thank you. I left the baby inside. I better go back.
I'll be right along, honey.
I remember now. Your wife is the daughter of Two Moon, chief of the Cheyenne. You folks got a cattle spread up north on the Wyoming line.
Well, now, how did you know that?
Well, I got a couple of Cheyenne friends, Mr. Brother and Mr. Cousin. They gossip. Come on, we'll take that walk.
Without Laura, I'd still be a busted cowhand working cattle somewhere in Texas.
Sit down, sir.
She stood by me through 2 blizzards, a drought, and nursed me through a fever. I owe her more than any man should owe a woman.
Well, any husband with a good wife feels the same way.
Well, this isn't the same kind of love, Marshal. She broke with her people for me. I urge this trip because I want to prove to her that she's my wife no matter what part of the country we're in. And for all time. You think I'm wrong?
No, Mr. Melanie, I just think you got a special kind of a problem, but that doesn't mean you got to go around fighting with every stupid sidewinder that makes remarks. You know, I've heard Indians make remarks, too. You couldn't print what some of them say.
Well, my father-in-law doesn't think too much of me.
Old Two Moon? He's a real tough customer. Well, you'll be all right once you get east of Kansas City. Out here, a lot of blood has been spilled on both sides. I happen to think the Indians got a pretty rotten deal, but, well, the Indians aren't angels either.
Well, Laura admits that. Unless she remembers how our people are outnumbered.
Mr. Melanie, I'm ashamed to say this, but I advise you to stick close to the hotel. Your train leaves in the morning.
I know. Well, we won't give you cause for any more trouble. And thank you, Marshal.
Yeah. Let's get back to the hotel.
Who is it?
It's your husband, Laura.
Oh. Oh.
Well, that's better. Why the locked door, huh?
That man is still in the hotel.
Oh, it's just a stupid drunk. Hello, son. There's nothing sissy about this kid. Takes after your father.
Some, but more you. What did Mr. Earp have to say?
Oh, nothing much. He thinks we ought to keep off the streets. Just to avoid another hoodlum like Jones.
So we must hide from white people.
Only in Dodge City, honey.
It's that Custer fight. My father told me the Sioux were trying to run away, and Custer charged them with his pony soldiers. So you and I have to hide.
All right. I have to go to the depot and buy tickets. You and Grant come with me. We won't hide.
Fight?
What else?
No. I am bad-tempered. You go to the station, but you leave your gun here. Mr. Earp is a good man, and we will do as he says. Now go quickly, and I'll prepare food for us.
Now that's my girl. Oh, you can heat Little Chief's milk in the hotel kitchen. And don't forget to boil it, huh?
I am stupid, dirty Indian?
Oh, no, we smoked a peace pipe, remember?
Yes, I remember. My sweetheart.
I'll be back.
Now, you be a good boy, and I'll be right back. I'll bring you some milk.
Well, hello now. There's nothing to be scared of. I like engines.
Please, I'm going to the kitchen.
Well, no hurry. Come on, let's have a drink,
No,
huh?
no, stop. Let go of me. I have a gun.
Oh, sure. You're a bad little engine. You little...
Oh. I'll shoot you in the head this time.
No. Are you going back in your room and stay there? Where's your husband?
He went to the depot to buy tickets.
I'll talk to him about this. Are you going back in your room? Get you to a doctor. Caused enough trouble around here.
She shot me.
I don't care.
Let me explain it. She'll think you're going to put her in jail.
Look, she shot him in self-defense. I can explain that.
I knew it.
Grant and I go back to our people. We love you, but we are Cheyenne. Laura.
I can catch him if you give me a fast horse.
Just take it easy. Sit down. You know your wife better than to try forcing her to come back. You got any idea where Two Moon is? North or west and a dozen trails to follow.
I should never have left him alone. Two Moon will keep them. I know him.
Maybe. Let's see what Mr. Cousin and Mr. Brother had to say about this. So you stay here.
Girl who talk white go to mission school. Tumu not like it. Then she marry Mr. Maloney. Tumu not like it. Then she have son, named boy after President Grant. Tumu not like that either. He like Horace Greeley.
All right, Mr. Cousin. Where's Mrs. Melanie now?
Wyatt Earp out there at the Tumun-chatso.
Mr. Earp Chukma, Noble, E.
Girl who talk quiet and little boy go to Tumun's camp. She's afraid she get put in jail for shooting bad white men.
How did you know about that?
You sent for us. We asked Tumun if it's all right. He not like it.
Well, Tumun never likes anything. Now, which way to his camp?
Pony soldier after Tumun. We tell, he kill us.
Is his camp far away? All right. You asked Tumun to meet me on the trail. Half a day ride from this camp.
What if he say no, Mr. Earp?
Well, then I'll take a posse and find Tumun. There'll be a lot of bang-bang.
Bacaldo Iheahe, bang bang, Tumun.
Pushno, Noble, Keo, Tumun.
Mr. Brother wants to know if you promise not to kill Tumun.
I won't kill Tumun, but you can tell him this for me. If he doesn't talk this over peaceably, he isn't going to live too long. If we have to raid that camp, their bullets are going to be flying awful thick.
Atejo. You camp here, my good friend. We tell Tumun.
Your grandson is a smart little fella.
Why you say little white talk is smart?
Well, his father gave him some toy soldiers and Indians, and he pulled the arms and legs off half of the soldiers so it'd be easier for the Indians to scalp them. Now, why don't you send your daughter back to her husband?
White husband is a coward.
Oh?
Cowhand insult my daughter. Is Cowhand dead?
Your daughter wounded him.
Brave husband fight for wife. Let white husband kill Cowhand. Bring his body to me. Then I will talk with him.
Well, I can't make any promises for Mr. Melanie. Now tell him what you said.
A good beefsteak.
Yes, sir. Would you like to have a little bit?
Thank you.
Nice family you married into. Your father-in-law wants you to kill Rex Jones and bring the body into camp.
Well, I can't do that.
Yeah, I know.
Jones hit the trail for Texas this morning. Oh, I wouldn't have tried to gun him down. I'm not Cheyenne, and I don't take orders from Tumun.
Well, I'll get a hold of Sheriff Masterson. We'll round up some deputies and raid the camp.
No deal.
Look, I can do it legally. Grant's your little boy, and Tumun kidnapped him.
Tumun wouldn't harm him and Lawyer, but the young braves might. Just loan me your Cheyenne friends. Laura must be pretty well sick of life in a Cheyenne lodge by now. I think I can talk her into leaving with me.
Sure, and get yourself killed, too. You know, you're not very popular with that old Indian.
Tumun thought he owned Laura. Wish me luck, huh?
Well, I'm going along, too. Meet me over at the jail, huh? You know, Mr. Brother and Mr. Cousin aren't like horses and guns. You can't borrow them. Now, I can find Tumun, but it's going to take a little longer.
Wyatt.
What's the matter, Al?
Well,
Go on.
we had to shoot three-fingered Finnegan.
What?
He cut loose on Jocko, winged him in the gun arm.
Finnegan dead?
Yes, sir.
Come here. Where's the body?
At the coroner's.
All right. I want you to snatch that body tonight and follow my trail in the morning.
But why?
That's an order. I'll take the blame. Go on. Well?
You have risked your life for us many times. We do what you say.
Good. Bring that saddlebag, will you?
Laura.
No, there's danger. My father's having us watched. You must go quick.
We rode all night to get here, Laura. Now, Wyatt, brother and cousin are back there close by. We can all leave together. Now, come on.
No, they will kill you. The boy and I are happy here. Please, goodbye.
You're not a very good liar, huh? Now, come on.
Carlo?
Ishkaya.
We shoot.
No, we get out of here.
Here comes her.
What are they saying?
Young man want to shoot Mr. Maloney. Girl who talks white says she must talk to Two Moon first.
We saw. Newalani, nota.
Hey, lego. Girl having her way. I hope Marshal Earp goes back to Dodge City.
Now, you two skedaddle out of here. You've done all you can, and I thank you very much.
You stay here?
No.
Where then?
None of your business. Now, go on. The two of you right out of here pronto.
Mr. Earp, I, Two Moon, eh?
Mr. Brother thinks you go to Two Moon's camp. Is that true?
Two Moon will listen to me.
Why?
Mr. Cousin, like you said, this is a family row. Two Moon is a father-in-law. Father-in-laws like to talk a lot. He'll want to tell his side of the story before he does anything to Mr. Melanie.
We stay here and claim body of Marshal Earp.
Am I invited to wedding? No. Am I told that little white talk is coming? No. Am I asked to see my own grandchild? No. What is Two Moon? Low dog? Coward in battle? I am chief of the Cheyenne.
Mr. Melanie was wrong.
Wrong? He is a disgrace to me and my people. What is Melanie? A soldier? No. A brave man with a star like you? No, he is nothing. He has a few cattle, land he stole from the Arapaho. My daughter married a thief as well as a coward. No more talk. He dies.
If you let me talk to Mr. Melanie, may stop a war.
There'll be no war.
Oh, yes. If you kill him and me, the Army will be after you.
I do not touch Marshal Earp.
You young braves will get excited and finish me off. It's too bad. Soldiers and Indians dying over a family quarrel. I thought Two Moon was a smart chief.
Wait. What do you say to Melanie?
I tell him he was a complete fool.
What else?
That I would have to take your side.
You stand up for Indian?
You love your grandson. He should be allowed to visit you. And you should always be welcome in Mr. Melanie's home.
I do not like the name Grant. What about the name?
Well, I think he should be christened Grant Two Moon Melanie. And you should be invited to the christening.
Your heart is good. You talk with this man.
And I'm bound to say that I sympathize with Two Moon. After all, he is your son's grandfather, you know.
Wasn't all my doing.
Laura?
You know how Cheyenne treat their women. Laura came back from mission school. She found her father had stopped trying to act civilized. She was the chief's daughter, but she was his property.
Well, I think the boy has changed Two Moon. His first grandson.
Move closer. Laura gave me her gun inside my shirt.
Well, I'll take it. But first, I want to talk to Two Moon again. Tell him that you're sorry. That he'll be treated like a grandfather.
He wants more. You'll see. Now, quick, light me a smoke. And take the gun.
that you get him?
I talked to your chief.
Hey, homie.
Where's Wyatt?
He talked to Two Moon.
I stole the body he wanted. Now, what's the plan?
He no tell. I think we wait here.
And I better not go barging in any Cheyenne camp until Wyatt says so.
I give you my word. Mr. Melany's heart has changed. You will belong to his family after this. But it isn't going to help any. You're keeping him and Laura and little Grant Two Moon prisoner.
You forget something.
What?
Cowhand insult my daughter. Where is body?
You'll get the body.
When?
Look, I've taken your side. Mr. Melany has promised to act decent. And all you can think about is cruel Indian revenge.
Apamo. Oya Taco.
No. Now, you walk out of here with your hands up. Go on.
Pechitanopa.
Now, I'm taking the Melanies out of this camp. Any objections from you and you'll be shot. Now, tell your men to get in front of you and walk.
Opanichi. Opanichi.
Come on. Hold it. Now, bring out your daughter and her son.
Hey! No shooting, Hal, no! Hal, no shooting!
Did you bring the man that Dick killed?
He's back there in the wagon.
Bring him here. I will look at him. Get Melanie and my grandson. Look with care, my daughter. Is that the man?
Yes, he is the man who insulted me.
Then you are not a coward. Take your wife and go.
Not without my son.
Now tell your grandfather you will see him soon.
You will all leave. Except Marshal Earp. All go. Give it to him. My daughter is still mine. She grabbed gun for fear you shoot. My grandson is mine. He hold my hand real tight. True. I will try to like my son-in-law. But that is not body of man who insult my family. This is Three Fingers Finnegan. Your own men shoot him in Dodge City. I will say this for Marshal Earp. He keep face like Indian. Chakma hot dog.
Chakma hot dog.
You think little Two Moon look like me?
Yes, sir. I think there's a strong resemblance.
Good. You go now.
Thank you, Chief.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be
There was a time when you was right to come for me, Senor Macho. But this time, no. You do not arrest me. You make one move and I kill you.
Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
For the most part, law enforcement in the West was pretty open and uncomplicated. With a gun at his hip, every man was a potential criminal. But a good peace officer like Wyatt Earp could usually tell who were the troublemakers. But sometimes appearances deceived even Wyatt.
Howdy, Ed. Howdy, Wyatt.
You come to meet the stage?
Oh, I'm just making the rounds, talking to some of the boys.
Thought maybe you heard about the shipment coming in.
Oh, valuable?
5,000. New silver dollars direct from the San Francisco Mint.
I think I'll stick around.
Here it comes now.
Hey, it's running loose.
Nice work, Marshal.
Billy still alive?
Yeah, but he's hurt pretty bad. Couple of you men, get him over to Doc McCarty's, quick. Come on.
Run tell Miss Nancy.
Miss Nancy, the school teacher?
She and Billy Hanley are engaged to be married. Supposed to be a passenger.
He's dead. They get it all.
I can't figure why they'd do a thing like that. Just shoot down an innocent passenger.
He wasn't even wearing a gun.
And why did Billy have the boxes inside instead of in the boot?
They're heavy. Maybe too heavy to lift up there.
Yeah. What do you think, Wyatt?
There's no use wondering about him. Wait until we can talk to Billy.
But if we can't, if Doc can't save him,
we'll have to find out some other way.
Marshal, how is he? Isn't...
No, ma'am. No, the doc says he's got a good chance.
Oh, can I see him?
Well, I think we better wait until the doc comes out. He's in there with Billy now.
Oh, yes, of course. Does anyone know why it happened?
No, why is easy. There was $5,000 on that stage.
I knew something like this would happen. Doctor.
Calm down, Miss Nancy. He's going to be as good as new.
Can I see him?
Oh, only for a minute. We mustn't tire him.
I better go in first.
You?
Well, I got some questions I want to ask him that are important. That is, if you want me to catch whoever shot him.
Oh, yes, of course, Marshal, but couldn't I go in with you? I wouldn't interfere with your questions, I assure you, and I could look at him.
All right.
Billy, darling.
Don't.
Careful, Miss Nancy. That wound's painful.
Oh, I'm sorry, darling.
Marshal.
I'll make it brief, Billy. Did you see who did it?
Yes. It was 3 men.
Did you recognize them?
That's why they shot me. They were wearing masks, but one of them was Esteban Marengo.
How do you know for sure?
He had an accent. He looked Mexican. Besides, I saw Esteban back at the relay station at Rock Springs. Him and 2 other men. They were the same men.
There, Marshal. What more do you need?
Billy, if they were wearing masks, how did they know you recognized them? Why did they shoot you and the passenger?
Well, so as to take no chances, I guess.
Where did they stop you?
Sandy Crossing.
Your horses ran loose all that way?
I drove them part of the way, and I passed out, I guess.
Marshal, do you have to ask all these questions?
I'll talk to you later.
Marshal, can I have my gun?
Why?
Oh, they tried to kill me once.
Here? Oh, I don't think so, Billy.
Billy, they'd never try it here. Besides, there's no need now.
No need?
The marshal knows all you can tell him. They'd never try to kill you now. Oh, you have nothing to worry about. Dr. McCarty and I will stay here with you and take care of you while the marshal goes out after the man who shot you. Who is he, Marshal?
Esteban Marengo. He's a Mexican that's been around here for a while, working on freighters in and out of trouble.
Well, he's in real trouble now.
Have to catch him first.
Buenos dias, señorita. ¿Cómo está?
Bien. We're close here.
Closed. Looks like I'm just in time for dinner.
I did not expect customers. There's not enough.
Where's the stage man?
¿Quién sabe? The stage is not due until tomorrow.
And you're all alone? Who's the other dinner for?
It is none of your business, Senor Marshal.
Might be. Do you know a man by the name of Esteban Marengo? Do you?
No.
Has he ever been here?
How do I know if I don't know him?
This afternoon when the stage came in, was there a Mexican man here?
No.
There's none here now. You always eat 2 plates of enchiladas?
See, when I am hungry. Ándale, ándale, es la policía, vete.
No, I do not go.
Oh, por favor.
Be quiet. I do not run away from the policia. Tell me, Senor Marshal, what do you want with me?
I want to take you into Dodge City for some questioning.
I know about questioning. I don't know you take me to Dodge.
You've been identified as one of 3 men who robbed a stage and killed a man.
Who say this?
Stage driver, Billy Hanley.
He lies.
See, he lies.
Would I be here sitting down to eat if I robbed the stage? No, I'd be on my way to Mexico. There was time, Senor Marshal, when you was right to come for me. But this time, no, you do not arrest me. You make one move and I kill you.
Were you here when the stage came through?
See? Why not?
Were 2 other men here?
Senor Cassidy and his brother.
Sam Cassidy?
He has a ranch near here.
Yeah, I know. South.
Senor Marshal, I tell the truth. I do not rob this stage. Billy lies.
Well, maybe Billy made a mistake. What'd you do after the stage left?
Nothing.
See, you fix wagon for Senor Cassidy.
Oh, see. His axle was broke.
Well, that must have taken a while,
Maybe 2-3 hours.
Esteban, you have an alibi. Now, you willing to ride down to Cassidy's ranch with me and verify it?
See, but not to Dodge.
No, not if it checks out.
Come on.
Quiet, quiet. Somebody shot Billy. He's dead.
We should have listened to him. He was scared. There was something he wanted to do. I went out a few minutes and left him with Miss Nancy. They must have been watching outside that window.
Oh, if only I'd turned around. I thought I heard something.
No, Miss Nancy, you mustn't blame yourself. You nearly got shot as it was. Bullet nicked the sleeve of her dress. She was sitting right close there beside him.
I'm sorry, Miss Nancy.
Oh, he tried to tell us. But I suppose you had no more reason to believe him than we did.
I looked outside, Wyatt. No footprints. The ground's too hard, but I did find this little cartridge shell.
41 Derringer.
It was a Derringer that killed the passenger, too. And got Billy the first time. Same gun, probably.
Oh, Marshal, you've got to get that man. He must be dangerous to do a thing so terrible.
I never did like that Esteban Marengo.
It wasn't Esteban. He was with me when it happened.
Then his Confederates.
He had no Confederates. He had nothing to do with the robbery or this. No, either Billy was mistaken or
What?
Billy sent me out there in a wild goose chase.
Why?
You can't think Billy had anything to do with the robbery.
He might have. If he lied, he must have.
You mean he sent you out there in a wild goose chase so he could be shot and killed?
That's true, Wyatt.
Well, that part's a puzzle. But suppose he had been double-crossed by his pals. He might still have hoped to get part of that loot somehow.
You know he wasn't that kind of a man.
No, why would Billy want a hold of a stagecoach?
Well, he wasn't rich. He was about to get married. $5,000 would have set him up for life.
How can you cast such a stigma on the memory of a dear dead boy who can't defend himself?
Miss Nancy, a crime has been committed. I've got to get at the facts. Whatever they are, whoever they hurt. Now, they might implicate Billy, but on the other hand, they may clear him, too.
I hope before you cast public suspicion on him, you get positive proof.
That's my job, Miss Nancy.
Howdy, Miss Nancy.
Marshal,
What are you doing out here?
that's my usual way home from school.
Well, then you've decided to stay here in Dodge after all, huh?
No, I couldn't. There are too many memories.
I understand.
Have you found anything out yet, Marshal?
No? Didn't find anything at Sandy Crossing. Didn't even find a sign that the stage had stopped there.
Maybe you were too hasty in eliminating the Mexican.
No, I don't think so. You, come by here about the same time every afternoon?
Yes.
Sometime you see the stage?
Yes, sometimes.
You didn't see it the other afternoon?
No, no. It was either a little early or a little late. I don't know which. Billy would always wave.
I'm sorry. I have to ask questions because I don't have any clues. I'm up a blind alley.
Yes, I'm sorry, too, Marshal.
U.S. Mint, San Francisco.
I tell you, Billy's record was perfect. I'd have trusted him with my life. Especially when he got engaged to Miss Nancy. She's perfect.
You sound like you were in love with her yourself.
Well, every man in town is a little. She's such a sweet, pretty little thing. Like today, a pathetic thing.
What?
That package came for her on the stage from San Francisco. Got damaged a little, and you can see what it is. New dress. Part of her wedding things, I suppose.
Looks expensive, but since when do they start wearing black wedding dresses with spangles?
Probably for parties when they went back east. Who knows? Anyways, I just can't bring myself to deliver it to her.
Well, I'll take it to her. I want to ask her some questions anyway.
Oh? About Billy?
Yeah.
Well, I'd be obliged to you if you would take it. But there's $2 extra express charges due on it. You want to collect it?
Well,
Well, never mind. I'll waive it. It's the least I can do for her.
See you later.
Marshal, come in.
Thank you.
There's one Billy left here. He was very proud of his whips. He made them himself. What brings you here, Marshal?
Well, his package came for you today from San Francisco.
happened to be over at the express company. I was coming out here anyway. It's quite a fancy dress.
It was intended for my trousseau. I won't need it now.
Aren't you going to open it?
Not right now.
If it's damaged, the express company would like to know about it.
I'll let them know if it is.
I thought women were supposed to be curious.
I'm not. Why are you?
Well, that dress doesn't look much like little Miss Nancy, schoolteacher.
It wasn't intended to. It was for my honeymoon, for my husband. That's why I don't want to open it now. I'd like to know, Marshal, what it is you're thinking. What you're insinuating.
Nothing, Miss Nancy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you.
But you have. And I don't understand why. First you suspect Billy, and now it seems me of what I don't know.
It's only that I'm trying to find any kind of a clue. Anything that would seem strange.
Well, I don't see how my buying a new dress, especially since it was bought weeks ago for my trousseau, could seem strange.
No, I guess not.
Now, please, go. Oh, wait. There's money due on this. I'll get it for you.
It's not necessary.
I always pay my debts. Here.
I'm sorry.
What? You deliver it?
Yeah.
She took it pretty hard, huh? I was afraid she would.
Well, I guess I wasn't as diplomatic as I could have been.
I wouldn't have been either. You asked for it. But thanks.
Wait a minute. She paid me the express due. Here. Hey, wait a minute. Let me see that.
These are shiny new.
Yeah. They're dated this year. They must have been put in circulation just in the last couple of weeks.
Why, this is part of the loot?
Must be.
But how did Miss Nancy come to have them?
That's what I'd like to know.
She must have gotten them from the robbers somehow.
Either that or she and Billy.
Oh, Wyatt, I can't believe that.
But it's possible.
Well, that would mean that she killed Billy.
Well, she could have. She could have gone outside, shot him through the window, come back inside before the doc got there.
But the bullet tear in her sleeve.
Well, she could have done that herself. We didn't look at it too closely, you know.
Oh, Wyatt. It's also possible that she came by these coins honestly. It's been 3 days since the holdup.
Yeah. It's possible, but I'm going to have to find out.
I didn't know you were in the habit of breaking in on a lady's privacy.
I see you changed your mind about wearing the dress.
Yes. How do I look?
Well, different anyway.
More like I belong south of the dead line in one of those dance halls? Go on, Marshal. You can say yes. I won't be insulted. I'll be complimented. Because I'm a woman, just like them. And I like everything about being a woman. And I'm sick to death of playing the prim little paragon of virtue. Do you know what it's like to be a school teacher? Why don't you say something? Aren't you shocked?
No. I'm just surprised that you forgot Billy so soon.
This has nothing to do with Billy. You said yourself no woman can resist a new dress.
Well, that's not the kind of a dress that a husband usually approves of, even on a honeymoon. Of course, maybe you never even planned to go on a honeymoon.
What do you mean?
You gave me this a little while ago. It's brand new, shiny. Where'd you get it?
I don't know. Why?
Because it's part of the money that was stolen off the stage.
How do you know that?
I know. That's enough. Now, where'd you get it?
Well, of course, I got it from the collection. The collection they took up to help with Billy's funeral expenses.
Now, I'll tell you a story. You and Billy planned that holdup together. You met him out there on the road with your buckboard. And Billy pulled the stage up. One of you killed the passenger before he knew what was happening, so he couldn't identify you. Billy helped transfer the money over to the buckboard. Then you had no more use for Billy. If you had shot straight, he might never have been found out.
You're mad. Don't you think Billy would have told you in the doctor's office if I'd shot him?
He was almost scared enough. But he must have had a reason not to. Maybe he thought he still might get part of the loot. Or maybe he was really in love with you. Wouldn't have turned you in if it meant his death. At any rate, it did mean his death.
I suppose I did that?
Yes. He acted loving and remorseful until he was lulled to sleep. And then you went outside and shot him through the window and came back before the doc did.
Oh, it's preposterous.
Well, like I say, it's just a story. Now, which one do you want to believe?
You could never prove yours in a million years.
I could if I could find 5,000 more of these around your house here someplace. I think I can. Because I don't think you ever thought that you'd ever be under suspicion.
Wyatt, look at me. Am I pretty? Well, am I?
Yes.
Listen to me, Wyatt. I never loved Billy. He was just a kid. But you're a man, and I've always admired you. If your story was true, if I did have that money, you and I could go a long way together. Go back east, Europe, maybe. We'd have a lot of fun. It could be heaven, Wyatt.
Miss Nancy, you already have a date with the jury. I think we better go.
In this dress?
Does it matter?
Yes. Do you think I'd stand a chance with your good folks if they saw me in this? Let me change.
All right. But don't try to get away. You wouldn't make it.
I won't. Don't worry. Don't turn around yet. I have a gun.
A Derringer?
Yes, the same one. Now put your hands up, please.
It's kind of stupid of me to forget about it, wasn't it?
This was careless. You gave me my life, and I appreciate it. I'm sorry I can't return the favor. I know you're very good with a gun, but mine's out, and you know I can use it.
Yes, I know.
So don't try to draw. Just turn around, slowly.
Oh, aren't you going to shoot me in the back?
It wouldn't fit in with my story.
And what will your story be?
That I was about to retire, heard an intruder, shot before I saw it was you. No one will suspect, dear Miss Nancy. Everyone will sympathize.
You're quite an actress, aren't you?
I'll have to be a little while longer, but then I'll be gone with the money. And I won't have to pretend ever again. Now turn around slowly and keep your hands up.
I'm sorry. I hate to hurt a lady. Now, come on.
Why,
Look,
please!
if you wanted excitement and fun, you should have stuck to school teaching. It's a lot more exciting than where you're going to have to go. Prison. Come on.
Well, he cleaned moved up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail, and none can deny it. The legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The friendship between Marshal Wyatt Earp and Dr. John H. Holliday was one of the mysteries of Dodge City. Why Marshal Earp, a deacon in the church, could tolerate Doc Holliday was mighty puzzling to Wyatt's friends. Doc Holliday, gambler, gunfighter, killer, had a mean disposition and a caustic tongue. That two men so different in character could even associate on friendly terms would seem preposterous. And Wyatt's insistence on making a friend of Doc Holliday finally came to a crisis between Wyatt and the men who hired him to civilize Dodge City.
Cards, gentlemen.
Give me 3.
Doc, we better call it no deal. We gotta shove along and get us some fellas that crossed us.
All right, Snaky. You know your own business.
Well, what else can you do with fellas that turn you into the Texas Rangers?
Spare me the tale of woe. Just kill 'em and get it over with.
Now, that's what I wanted to hear you say, Doc. Fellas, when it's all over, remember, Doc Holliday was the judge and jury. He said kill him. We're just carrying out the judgment of the court.
Snaky, you amuse me. Whenever I gamble with you, I always collect a rare bit of humor.
Well, thank you, Doc.
Irony appeals to me. Appointing me judge and jury, that shows real imagination. Yes, you do have style, Snaky. Now, in acknowledgement of my praise, I trust you give me a good start back to Dodge.
Why, sure. 15 minutes be enough?
Ample, my friend. Ample.
That's mighty nice work. We'll hole up in Devil's Garden.
Ain't that too close to Earp and Dodge?
Devil's Garden. I like the name.
Come on, boys. Let's get the horses. And I don't care how many favors he's done you. Holliday will be the ruin of your career as a peace officer.
The man is cold, ruthless, cruel.
The whole town thinks we should have tried him for that Maxwell killing.
Look, Doc broke the case. He pulled me off a tough spot.
Well, I don't care. Now, something's got to be done. The judge and I have come here to try... Now, Wyatt, will you listen to me?
Wyatt? Wyatt, there are 5 dead men on the trail, less than a mile from the city limits.
Oh? Any idea who did it?
The cowhand told me they used to ride with Snaky Grattan.
Snaky Grattan?
Right.
Now, let's get out then.
Now, Wyatt, what about Doc?
Not now, Mr. Mayor.
Oh, Wyatt, thank heaven.
What's the matter, Miss?
It's about the doctor. He went out to play cards with Snaky Grattan.
Oh?
He promised to be back an hour ago. I'm afraid he's had a relapse.
Well, now, don't you worry about the doc, Miss Kate. We'll find him. The doc can take care of himself. Come on, Hal.
Hold on, Miss Holliday.
Oh, Mr. Kelly, Judge Tobin, I was so upset I didn't...
Mrs. Holliday, sit down a moment, please.
We have something important to discuss.
Oh, well, of course. Is it about Dr. Holliday? Something Wyatt didn't...
Miss Holliday, 5 members of the Snaky Grattan gang were just ambushed and killed.
Your husband was playing cards with Snaky Grattan.
Why, yes. But you don't think... John doesn't ambush people.
Well, while you were in Kansas City, he did some unnecessary killing.
To keep Wyatt from being framed.
He didn't help Wyatt, Mrs. Holliday. He hurt him.
Oh, I see. You want John to stop being friends with Wyatt?
Well, at least he could stop being such pals with a hoodlum like Snaky Grattan.
You don't understand that. Why John likes Mr. Grattan.
No, we don't.
How would you like being locked up in a Texas jail for shooting a gambler in a square fight? The gambler was crooked, but he had all the influence on his side. I had no one to turn to except Mr. Grattan.
Well, howdy, Miss Kate.
John's in jail in Breakus. They aim to hang him for shooting One-Eye Gillum.
Well, I'll be. Doc ought to get a medal for that.
The rope is what he'll get. Unless you can do something, Mr. Grattan.
Do something? Why, that Breakus jail ain't nothing but a board shack. Hey, Muggins. This is Miss Holliday, Doc's wife.
Howdy.
She'd like for us to get old Doc out of that jail at Breakus. We'll need some of the boys.
I'll round them up, boss.
They like breaking jails, Miss Kate. You done them a real favor just to mention it. Now, you light down and rest a while. We'll have them right out for you.
Mr. Grattan pretended it was nothing, but he and his men risked getting in trouble with the Rangers.
Hey, quit that singing so early. I'll have to run you in.
Ooh. All right, get in there.
Inside.
Here we are. Bring them out.
Thank you, Snaky.
John owed Mr. Grattan, you see?
I'm a circuit judge, Mrs. Holliday. I can't enthuse over Mr. Grattan's outlaw generosity.
And right now, Doc's probably riding with Grattan to some hoodlum hideout.
My husband joining with the outlaws?
Where? Wyatt and Hal, loaded with spit and ginger.
Where'd it happen, Doc?
Back yonder a few miles, I heard shooting. Look, I've been up all night. I ran out of whiskey and I'm feeling mean, so ride along, will you?
I'm sorry, Doc. But Miss Kate told me you were with Snaky Grattan.
Kate tells you too much.
It's more trouble for Wyatt. He's already in bed with Tobin and Kelly.
He's off, Hal. Did you just have to be playing cards with Snaky Grattan?
Why not? I like Snaky.
But you took no part in the killing, huh?
No,
Give him some whiskey.
Is that an order?
Yes, it is.
Your chief deputy doesn't like me, and it's quite mutual. If he wasn't your chief deputy, he'd be dead. The temptation to shoot him has often assailed me.
Hal has a job to do, and so have I.
I concede that. Thank you. I feel better.
I'm going to ask you once more. Were you at the shooting?
No, sir, I was not.
Did you know that Snaky Grattan was going to ambush those men?
Certainly.
That makes you an accessory before the crime. Aren't you going to arrest him?
You tried, Deputy.
All right, quit your jabbering, both of you. Now, Hal, right back into town. Get a handful of deputies. We'll meet you out there.
Yes, sir.
You know, I'm trying hard to stay your friend, but you don't make the job easy.
Oh, now, cool off, Wyatt. I'll let you arrest me.
What good's that gonna do? I'm still a United States deputy marshal, and I gotta try and find Snaky Grattan.
Now, do you know where he's likely to be, or does your perverted sense of loyalty to outlaws require you to say nothing?
You know, if you take a drink occasionally, you'd be a lot easier to deal with.
Come on.
Tis contrary to common sense, Miss Holliday, for a man to consort with outlaws and claim friendship with a peace officer.
Dr. Holliday compromises Wyatt. Law-abiding citizens can't understand such a friendship.
People don't understand my husband. John saved Wyatt's life on at least 2 occasions. And another time, John had a run-in with 2 of Sheriff Masterson's men. They were new deputies, and they'd been drinking. And
There he comes. Halt! Ain't you the famous Doc Holliday? I'm Dr. Holliday, yes. Fast gun. Mean with a knife. Everybody's scared of you, huh? You better go back in that saloon and drink it off. We ain't scared of you. Just start for your gun. I'm not wearing a gun. Go get one. We'll wait right here. And we'll be right here.
John, what is it?
2 of Masterson's deputies got fresh with me. They asked for a gunfight, and they're going to get one.
No. Masterson and Wyatt are close friends.
That should keep his deputies sober.
We don't care about him. It's Wyatt. You'll make trouble for Wyatt.
Kate, they're drunk, but they have no right to insult me. I don't take that.
John, Wyatt's the only real friend we have in this town.
I'm not fighting his deputies.
But you'll get Wyatt in trouble. You'll just be proving what everybody says, that he's foolish to be friends with us. They'll laugh at him, John.
Yeah. Well, why don't you finish your letter?
Yes, John. You don't know how tough that was for John, to keep out of a fight. But he swallowed his pride for Wyatt's sake.
But he rides with Snaky Grattan, and he helps massacre 5 men.
No better than that, Mr. Kelly. John never shot anyone from ambush. He doesn't have to. He's as good with a gun as Wyatt. If John's mixed up with Grattan, it's social, not business.
They never even had a chance. Grattan got him from those rocks not more than 30 feet off the trail.
Well, they never gave Snaky a chance. They stole his robbery haul and then informed on him to the Rangers.
And how much would Snaky and his boys have gotten for that in Texas?
Someday I must give you a lecture on criminal ethics.
Criminal ethics?
Precisely, Deacon. You have your code, Snaky has his. In Snaky's code, what those men did merited a death sentence.
And you agree with that, huh?
No. But I understand it.
Oh. And you think it's quite all right?
You're trying to ask me where I think Snaky and his boys went. Well, why don't you ask me point blank?
All right. Where?
I can't tell you.
Criminal ethics, huh?
No. I don't want you riding into an ambush. Katie'd leave me.
She should have left you 12 times.
Tell you anything?
Oh, not yet. I'm gonna give him one last chance. You go see if you can find any sign. Well, they can't have gone too far. We'll have to trail them.
They'll bushwhack you.
Well, I've been bushwhacked before.
Not by Snaky. He's a genius at it.
All right, you warned me. Goodbye, Doc.
Too bad. I hate to think of an old crock like me outliving you.
You just save your tears for the funeral. Did they scatter?
No, they're headed south toward bushwhacker country.
Good.
All right, you deputies, spread out the flank, Hal and me. You keep a wide interval, but keep in touch. Let's go.
Take the horses down there about a quarter of a mile, picking them by a stream if you can find one.
That far, Snaky?
Yeah, Earp's going to be coming along here. I don't want no horse winnie to warn him.
What about Holiday? Ain't him and Earp good friends?
Doc Holliday's a good friend of mine, too, but he don't know where we're at. Now get these horses moving.
Come on.
Wyatt's the only man John knows for a friend who goes to church and prays. John is ill. He can't live many more years. I think John holds to his friendship with Wyatt because he's just too stubborn and cantankerous to ask the good Lord for pardon.
Wyatt's out there riding into an ambush. What Doc Holliday does about it will be a sort of a test case, won't it?
I don't know. I can't honestly say what John will do.
Well, what would you say if he threw in with the Grattan gang?
Then he should leave Dodge and never see Wyatt again.
We agree. We'll stand on that, Mrs. Holliday.
Why are you stopping him? Figure Snaky Grattan's holed up here someplace. Probably in Devil's Garden.
So?
Well, there's no need of taking 6 men into an ambush. I figure we ought to stay here, send back to Dodge for at least 20 more good guns.
There are not that many in Dodge. I don't want a lot of family men in a gunfight with Grattan. We're riding on.
Maybe Earp ain't coming.
He's coming, all right. We killed 5 men not 1 mile from Dodge. He's a United States Marshal. You just stay down, hold your rifle on that trail.
Call in the deputies. Now, they branched off here. Everything indicates that Snaky's holed up in the Devil's Garden. I know that neck of the woods. If Snaky's as good a bushwhacker as Doc says he is, he'll be laying for us in that clump of brush and rocks over there, about a mile. Now, there's a trail that winds around in the back, in the rear of Devil's Garden, about 5 miles. And we'll take that trail.
We're with you.
No, I'm going myself. Al, I want you to move within long rifle range and lob some bullets into that brush. You take the deputies.
Well, won't that scare Snaky off?
I don't think so. You just keep him pinned down. It'll take me about an hour to get around to the rear of him.
What then?
When you hear me call, you come running.
You heard the Marshal. Get moving. Come on.
They're coming.
startle to get in here real close.
We can get him now.
I said hold your fire. Don't nobody shoot us, Doc. Keep your sights on Earp and them deputies. Doc, what are you doing here?
You got any liquor? I ran out.
I closed the bar, Doc. It's 4th of July. Well?
Thank you, Snaky.
You better sit down. Them's real bullets.
So they are. Snaky, they're close enough.
All right, mow him down.
Down! Let him come and get us! Wyatt, better hurry.
All right, load up. We'll charge him. That Earp is awful smart.
He's smarter than you.
Huh?
If you were a smart man, Snaky, you'd head for Texas and turn yourself over to the Rangers.
And get hanged?
They can't pin that ambush on you. The worst you'll get's 2 years.
Who's that talking, you or Earp?
Don't be an idiot. You start killing peace officers and you will get the rope.
Have you gone over to Earp?
I'm sorry you said that, Snaky.
That statement calls for a draw. Don't try, Doc. He makes a move for his gun, break his arm. All right, the rest of you, let's rush him.
No!
Hold it, Doc.
Grab it! Now tell the rest of your men to drop their guns. Grab them!
Use your head, Snaky.
All right, we're whopped. Drop him.
Let's go. Help! Come on!
Doc, you better put a tourniquet on that arm.
All right, let's get down the hill. Come on. Hal, stay here and take care of these men.
What happened? Oh, John. Wyatt, won't you tell me what happened?
Well, I'm sorry, Miss Kate. I told Doc I wouldn't say anything about it.
John, please.
No.
Did John do something wrong? Is he under arrest? You've got to tell me what he did. Mayor Kelly and Judge Tobin don't think you should be friends with John anymore.
Oh? Well, Miss Kate, Doc and I are still friends. We're still friends.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Frontier communities like Dodge City had a lot of problems. One of the worst was scarcity of goods and of men. The right kind of men for the jobs that needed to be done. And sometimes the pressing needs were a problem for the law and for Wyatt Earp.
Of course, I have nothing against President Grant myself. But this salary grab just don't seem to sit well with folks. $50,000, you know, that's a lot of money, Marshal. In fact, they say $7,500 is a little too much money for an ordinary congressman. At that rate, I might go into politics myself. In fact, my friends have been suggesting it for some time.
You certainly have the wind for it.
Well, you see now, Marshal, the trouble is I don't settle down in any one place. I happen to be in hides, buying and selling. In fact, that's what brings me right here to your city, Marshal. You care for a cigar, sir? You, young man?
No, thanks.
You don't talk much now, do you, huh?
I guess you do enough for all of us.
Well, I was only trying to be sociable, Marshal.
No offense. You go ahead and enjoy your cigar. This your first trip out west?
This far west, yeah.
You going on to the mountains?
I don't know yet.
Just sightseeing.
I'm not a criminal, Marshal.
I didn't suggest you were.
I'm not being very sociable. I'm sorry, Marshal. Just that I hate travel so much. I'll be glad when we get to Dodge.
Yeah, so will I. Well, it won't be too long now.
Get out of the way, Lem! Go around if you want. I got as much right on this road as you. Ain't enough room to pass. Move over. Come on, Lem. Move over. Come on by.
Oh,
Darn you, George Haywood. I'll sue the company. That's what I'll do.
All right, Mrs. Evans?
it's my head, Marshal. Clem, you hurt your arm.
Hurts like fury. It's broke sure.
No, I don't think so. Move your fingers. All right. Just keep still. Where's my bag?
Ooh, I'm all blood.
Here. No whiskey. And not that dirty handkerchief, Marshal.
Here, put it up here.
Thank you. Now, this may sting a little bit, Mrs. Evans, but it's necessary.
All right. Oh.
All right.
Oh.
Just take it easy, honey.
What about Lem's arm?
Well, just a bad bruise and a sprain. I'll just bandage it up. Give him a pill to ease the pain. You too.
Sure was a good thing you was here, Doc.
Why didn't you tell us you were a doctor? Why should I?
Have a good trip, George? Yeah, a little rough. Yeah.
Oh, there's a new doctor. I've got a patient. I have to figure it out from the foot of that sign.
And I thought maybe you better look him over, Doc.
Sure thing. Won't you come with us, Doctor?
No, they're your patients now, Doc McCarty.
I hope you don't mind.
No, I just administered first aid.
Be with you in a minute.
You know, the thing that interests me is what is a doctor doing riding a stagecoach out here, not sure how far he's going. You just can't stop asking questions, can you, Marshal? Well, I haven't had any answers yet. I haven't done anything wrong, Marshal. A man has a right to his privacy. I'm sorry. My interest is personal, not professional. Let's start all over again, shall we? I'd like to. Glad to know you. Now, what's so strange about my traveling west? Half the nation seems to be nowadays. People traveling west, settling new towns. They'll be needing doctors, I think. Need them badly. So then, why should a young man stay in the crowded east? Whereabouts in the east are you from? Cincinnati. That's where I first set up practice. But I decided I wanted something different. Well, there are not many places out here that have doctors. Those that do have them need more. Here, for example. I was thinking of something further west. Denver, maybe.
Dr. McDowell here left me with nothing to do. Wonderful job.
Thank you.
I offered to pay him, but he wouldn't take nothing. If you was going to stay here, I'd bring in a split of hog and some greens for you.
He says he's going on west, Lem. I'm going to settle out there.
Well, gee, how's a fat? What better place to settle than right here? Huh. Of course, we got Doc McCarty.
I'm all for it, Lem. We need another doctor.
Well, it's mighty tempting, but...
By the way, what's your school? Mine's Chicago.
Maryland. I'm from back there, Baltimore.
Maryland, let's see. Doc Fletcher's dean there. Is he still there?
Yes, last I heard.
You want a place all your own. I wouldn't give you any trouble here. There are too many folks dying because I can't be in two places at once. Think it over.
I will.
Doc, thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye, Wyatt.
See you later.
Hello, Doc.
How are you? Hi, Doctor.
McDonald?
Good day, Doctor.
Marshal? Well, the horse had loose shoe on and nobody's fixing it.
Well, why don't you?
I don't know. I think he's a blacksmith shop. He's afraid to spend $1, that's all.
Why don't you have it fixed out?
McDowell, he's doing a good job. People like it.
Have you seen his credentials?
What are you driving at?
Well, I wrote a letter to Cincinnati. This is the answer I got.
Well?
There never was a Dr. Carl or C.M. McDowell in Cincinnati.
So he lied. Does that mean he doesn't know how to take care of sick people? No. Why at the West full of men who call themselves doctors but have no credentials to show?
You're a genuine doctor, and that doesn't bother you?
In some ways, but this is new country. We need them, and some of them are good.
Yeah, and some of them kill people that needn't have died.
Yes, that happens. It happens, too, to men with diplomas sometimes. McDowell's good. I've watched him. He knows what he's doing. Look, Wyatt, Suppose Carl McDowell isn't a bona fide doctor, as long as he's doing good.
How long will that be? How long will it be before he makes his first mistake, huh? Look, I'm responsible for him, and you vouch for him in front of the mayor and the council.
I took that responsibility.
Without seeing his license or diploma.
He doesn't have one. Not from Maryland, anyway.
How do you know that?
There's no Dean Fletcher there.
You knew that all the time, and still you asked him to stay, huh?
Diplomas aren't what matter out here on the frontier. There'd be little medicine practiced if there were. Why, even the state board doesn't require them if a man can pass the examination. There aren't enough medical schools, and there's too much need.
I understand, then.
Look, Wyatt, it takes a man with insides to come out here and practice. There are no hospitals. You're one man alone doing everything in all kinds of weather, 24 hours a day.
I know, Doc. Takes quite a man.
A man like Carl McDowell. I don't know where he got his knowledge. I'm just glad he's here. And you'll be, too, if the smallpox epidemic gets this far west. It's already to Wichita. Now you can do what you want.
Look, Doc, if he's breaking the law, I gotta know about it.
That's your job, Wyatt. I got my own to do. Delivering a baby. And babies don't wait.
Thank you, Doc.
You'll be sure and come back tomorrow, now, Jim.
I'll do that. Well, Jimmy, looks like you're in another fight.
Oh, no. Just a little old argument.
Hi, Marshal. Come on in, have a cup of coffee.
No coffee for me, thanks. I see you've been patching up Jimmy again, huh?
He's one of my best customers.
You seem to be doing very well here. People like you.
Well, I owe you and Doc McCarty thanks. I'm happy here.
Maybe you'll stay around for a while. Hang up your decoration.
You mean my diploma?
And your license.
Well, I thought you knew, Marshal. They were destroyed in a fire in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I know. By the way, what was that address in Cincinnati?
Why?
Because the U.S. Marshal in Cincinnati's never heard of a Dr. Carl McDowell?
You had to ask questions, didn't you?
It's my job.
You lawmen, you're all alike. Above other people. I could kill you.
Don't try it, Carl. Put it down.
I'm not that kind of a man. But sometimes any man gets fed up.
Even a lawman. Look, Carl, I don't like this any better than you do. We could use you here. Doc says you're a good man.
I didn't mean those things. You've been decent to me, Marshal. Marshal, I'd like to tell you a story. Just supposing. About a man I once knew. He lived on a plantation in the South. That's where it started, with animals. When they were sick or hurt, he learned how to help them. His ambition was to be a doctor. He was ready to go to medical school when the war broke out.
The war changed a lot of lives.
So he went into nursing. 4 horrible years. He worked with the doctors, studied medical books, learned everything he could. And then, when the war was over,
you went home?
There was nothing left. Nothing. Nobody. So he drifted west, trying to make a living. But one thing he knew, wherever he went, there was always somebody needed his help. And he had to give it. Can you understand that?
Yes.
He was a good doctor. But he didn't have a license.
And what happened?
He drifted farther west. Sooner or later, he always had to move on.
Well, he could have gone to the state board, passed the examination.
They're pretty tough on a man without a diploma. But he was as good as many with licenses.
As good as you?
As good as Doc McCarty.
Well, it's a very interesting story. But just supposing still that this young man was very much like you, I'd still have to say get a license before you practice. Because if you don't, you're going against the law. And Carl, I wrote Marilyn. I should be getting an answer in a few days.
You love to hound people, don't you?
Did you ever stop to think about how much trouble you'd be in if somebody died because of your mistake? They call it murder.
Manuel's the doc in? See? Doc! Doc! Doc, you gotta come. It's my wife, Martha. Something terrible's wrong with her.
I can't, Mr. Evans. You'll have to get Doc McCarty.
I already been, and he ain't there. Doc, you gotta come. She might be dying, and there's nobody but you. Please, Doc.
All right.
Here, Doc.
Doc, are you serious?
Yes, Mr. Evans. It's smallpox.
Morning, Doc. Something on your mind?
What? I stopped and got this package. It came in on the Santa Fe from Wichita.
Oh? What is it?
Inoculation for smallpox.
Well, that's good to have around, isn't it?
Yeah, but wrapped up were some reports on the epidemic so far. One tells how it started in Wichita. Seems as this young doctor diagnosed a case of measles. Took him 3 or 4 days to find his mistake. By then, several other cases had showed up.
Oh, you mean if he hadn't made the mistake, these other cases wouldn't have happened?
That young doctor's name was Carl McDowell.
McDowell? And I was feeling sorry for him. Fine doctor he is, can't tell the difference between smallpox and measles.
Ooh, that's an easy mistake to make. In an adult especially. Why, any doctor might under certain circumstances. But the report admits he saved the patient's life.
Yeah, but think of him treating people around here, maybe making mistakes.
That's not what's worrying me.
What is?
He was exposed to smallpox. He might be carrying it. And he oughtn't be treating people unless he's taken full precautions.
Let's go find him. Manuel, have you seen the doctor?
No, senor. Not since yesterday.
Any idea where he went?
With Lem Evans. His wife is bad, see?
Come on, Doc. Will she be all right?
I don't know yet, Mr. Evans. I'm doing everything I can.
I know, Doc. It's just that if I lose her, I'll get you some coffee.
Lamb.
I'm here, Marcy.
Water.
Just a little. And keep her covered. Quiet. Doc, don't come in. The place is contaminated. No use you being exposed to it.
That's what I was afraid of. Smallpox?
Yeah.
You know what this means?
You brought it from Wichita.
You know about that?
I know all about it.
I'll have to take over, Carl.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Are you, Marshal? I suppose this means I'm under arrest.
You want to wait outside?
I'd like to get a little air. Don't worry, I won't run away.
What's up? What's Doc McCarty doing here? And where's the young doc gone? You're going to find out sooner or later, Lem. He's not really a doctor. You mean he's one of them quacks? Don't know nothing? He's a good man. We think he's competent.
You think? Why, if I'd have known that, he might have done something to kill her. She's dying in there now. It's maybe his fault she's lying there near
Just
dead.
Take it easy, Lem.
Can you deny it?
Look, he only tried to help her. Besides, your wife is going to be fine now that Doc McCarty's here. Now, just take it easy, Lem. Calm down.
That'll make you sleep, Mrs. Evans.
How is she?
Oh, she'll live. Not many folks die of the measles.
What?
Measles. Same mistake, other way around. And after Wichita, I'd lean over backwards, too. But he took good care of her, and she's going to be just fine.
Lem? Lem? Now, where'd he go to?
I don't know, but you better find him. He might be coming down with the measles.
He might be coming down with worse than that.
Stop!
sorry. Why didn't you stop when I yelled?
I meant to kill him.
Here, let me look at that.
You hear me? I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, I heard you. Let me fix this first.
How is it?
Just a flesh wound. He'll be swinging at you in a week.
When I was aiming at you, you just stood and waited, like you wanted me to kill you.
Maybe I did.
Why?
Because I must have given your wife a smallpox. I wanted to die.
I'll oblige. Soon as I'm able.
Why do you want to kill him, Lem?
Well, what he done to Marty?
For treating her for the measles?
Measles?
You just can't seem to tell the two apart, can you? She'll be fine in a couple of days, Lem. Of course, you probably come down with the measles.
Glory be. Then who cares? I'm sorry, Doc.
Everything all right here?
Yeah, just a flesh wound.
You want to take over now, Dr. McCarthy?
Nope. You're a patient, Dr. McDowell.
What's worrying him is that you might be carrying the smallpox.
Well, I was careful. Burned the clothes, scoured everything.
Good. The only thing that's worrying Wyatt is that license. State board's having exams over in Hayes next week.
I'll be there. Of course, I can't promise you how I'll do.
You'll do all right.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
ভালোবাসা সুন্দর, ভালোবাসাও সুন্দর। মানুষ নিজের অজান্তেই ভালোবেসে ফেলে।
আমার মনে হয় কি জানেন, আপনার মতো জানাশোনা কাউকে না আমার বিয়ে করা উচিত।
এটা কি উপলক্ষে?
ম্যাডাম, ফুলটা গ্রহণ করুন, তারপরে বলতেছি।
ভোটার আইডি কার্ডে যার স্বাক্ষরের জায়গায় টিপসই দেয়, এখানে কেউ ডাক্তার।
এই দুইজনের মধ্যে যে আগে ম্যাডামের মন জয় করতে পারবে, ম্যাডাম তার।
একদিন না দেখলে তোমায় বন্ধু আন্ধার লাগে সব, তোমার এই প্রেমে এমনই টান।
রোগীদের তো ডক্টরের কাছে আসলে ব্যথা কমে যায়, আপনি তো উল্টো হলো কেন? আপনি কি একটু উল্টা?
তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, যেও না বন্ধু আমার, ভুলিয়া ভুলিয়া।
আমার মনে হয় আমার সমস্যা কপালে। ম্যাডাম আমার কপালে নেই, আমার কপালে আছে দাগ।
Được. Khổng lồ, một khổng lồ cái gì đấy? Mở ruồn. Cảnh vệ. Thần dương, hai thần dương vật ở nhau. Hai khổng lồ. À không. Cảnh vệ xử lý rồi xong. Nhà tranh bài của tớ làm ơn đấy. Đâu đấy? Mày khỏe đấy nhở? Cứ chơi chứ. 14 lap nhanh nhẹn. Bớt 4 rồi à, 1.2 à. Dương ơi, đây chuyển chuột tội. Thú tượng với cả giáp máu ánh sáng thì cái nào ánh sáng ngon hơn? Đây mà. Bình gì 200 lap đi, không thật này. À 51 này. 200 lap được đấy. Được 200 lap. À không nhả nhớ rồi. Chạm tay rồi. 19. Nhớ là được 190 mà. Còn 200 lap của thầy ơi. Bớt đủ 80 củ đủ bớt lần nữa ăn đét vậy rồi tao bớt lần nữa xong rồi tao mới cút về bên kia bớt 5 ấy xong rồi mình cút về bên kia được mình chia lên nhà đã chia ra bình rồi xong lên 9 nhà chia xong rồi lên 9 xong rồi lên 9 thì mình được xét và là bình full form rồi form này có nhắc là cái gì đâu what chứ sao không nhắc được hắc ám kìa nhắc được tử thần hắc ám chỉ có June thôi sự bay một chỗ ác quỷ nhỉ mèo 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 không vậy thắng quay xóa được à đầu ấy à 53 của thêm mấy lap nữa nhiều đi qua lại 200
তোমাকে 15 লাখ টাকাই দিতে হবে তুমি যদি দিতে না পারো তোমার বাবাকে কল দাও তোমার যত জমি জিরাত বাড়িতে যা যা আছে এগুলো বেচা হইলেও তোমরা আমাদের টাকা পাই পাই করে শোধ করবা
একটা ব্যাপার কি খেয়াল করছো শহরে কিন্তু দুইটা রূপ রাতের এক রূপ দিনের আর
বেঁধেছি ঘর হৃদয়ের পর গাঢ় সবুজ ওই গহীন বনে
আরে ব্রো সবসময় চিল থাকতে হবে কিচ্ছু মাথায় নেওয়া যাবে না
ভালোবাসা হচ্ছে একজন আরেকজনের উপর ভরসা করে একজন আরেকজনের হাতের উপর হাত রেখে এই জীবনটা কাটিয়ে দেয় কিছু মানুষ এই রাত জেগে থাকে আর টাকার বিনিময়ে সুখ খোঁজে
বসুন
এখন তো সিরিয়াস হওয়া উচিত তাই না আমি তো কোথাও যাচ্ছি না পার্টি করতে তুমি কেন যাচ্ছ কেন বন্ধ করতে পারতেছো না বলো তো কার যে কোথায় সুখ সেটা তার প্রিয় মানুষটাও কখনো জানতে পারে না
পাশাপাশি তবু যাচ্ছি বিপরীতে কাছাকাছি তবু যাচ্ছি বহু দূরে
হাই ইউ লুক গুড
থ্যাংক ইউ
video 4 ngày mùng 6 tháng đúng không? 16 tháng 7 thôi chưa ghét nhiều. Anh sẽ quay một cái quả mũ đi Từ người này nói tôi xịn về thế kia sao không thế nào cái vòng mũi hiểm mặt đấy thì tôi không vào lên được vua tiếp theo sẽ có căng đấy nghe qua một vạch quát tờ nhau báo tạm chí tức là một cái mày thông báo lại cái mà gì cũng báo còn đúng á yes rồi cầm mình thế rồi mà về quân của thầy qua ai về người đấy đập qua ai về quân đấy xong anh thầy quân mới đi tập lại ấy là nó tập chiêu chiêu ấy tập mấy một tí tao bảo là xong mày tập mấy một tí thế tao cho tao tập một bài phải máy kiểu phải một lấy set này tao một set này tao một xong nó cứ tập mỗi máy một lần trong 3 phút tao hỏi xong mày tập máy một tí thế là bảo là nó mới tập lại nghe chiêu chiêu tí nó chỉ mỗi 2 tuần đấy tập máy một tí chết đấy mày dùng chính khi là ta là nó rồi ép đi chắc chắn ép đi Hoàng Minh Tuấn buổi tối bận bởi vì sao vì đi với cả người yêu nên là không dám bảo anh ở nhà quay coi mặt cho láo thật đi chơi với đi date quốc date người yêu mà dám bảo anh ở nhà quay mặt qua đúng rồi số không anh có làm nó vô broccoli tôi chơi vậy sao bốc khói rồi mà lần này bốc lửa hay lần này tên là bốc lửa gì 700 tỷ mang 700 tỷ à mày phát một chi liền không một chi liền luôn mà vừa thằng lắp này 5 lắp cho nó không này ngã rồi quay đều quay yes water牛逼Ski toilet rồi à anh có vẻ thằng cháu của em có phải ski toilet rồi à không biết một cái gì đó ý nhưng mà nó không mẹ nó cứ kiểu sợ nó không biết gì ấy kiểu thế làm xa lắm ngồi ở Bắc Từ Liêm ở đoạn mà gần cái ở ấy, gần cái mà Westlake ấy nó tên Westlake ấy đi qua cả trường V của Hoàng Dũng đi qua cả trường Hoàng Dũng tận đấy cơ Rồi em bảo nó là vào mấy cái group của Lotte hoặc là gì đấy ấy, mà xem bọn nó khác đăng bài tuyển mà, xong rồi xem mày ở đâu người ta khác sắp xếp cho qua chỗ làm mà cái kiểu ấy. Lotte tao không biết, Lotte Ria hình như là phải làm một thằng Cương xin luôn ở cái chỗ đấy thôi. Còn đâu cái quả sập của cây là Vinmart này nó sắp xếp theo kiểu chỗ ở. Yes. Tao xem vị trí ở đó. Nó ở đâu? Nhưng mà thằng cháu mày học trường nghĩ là định học công nghiệp á? Công nghiệp thì chuồn tàu à, năm 2 rồi chuồn tàu sao đéo đâu mày có cái gì 14,2 tuổi kinh vậy ghê vậy chồng ghê vậy tao hiểu coi như skeleton dẻo tao đó tao chỉ đó tập với cái mà tay nó như skeleton luôn, tại tay nó dài xong rồi lại còn gầy ấy, nó 58 cân vừa bọn tao về bọn tao cân 58 cân em quay ở trong cái quả sự kiện đúng không? Con này em quay trong sự kiện đúng không? Sự kiện mũ em, quả trứng mũ này. Yes, hình như mà. Ý nhỉ? Chúng ta. Nga. Sao tôi tưởng vừa là chị? Chùa có cho không Tết cái thằng yêu khôi cái thằng yêu khôi lấy thằng đâu thằng năm bé để độ cao gì em quay là con mi thích trong này chưa vào sự ảo ấy về em ơi sự kinh khủng ấy còn đấy là nó khôi nó bảo là nó mới đi tập lâu rồi, nó không tập đây tập lại nó tập chiêu có máy tập một tí mà đâu chôn múa à. Tao đang tập máy này xong nó cứ bảo ê ra kia đi what the hell chôn tao. Đang đợi ra đợi tí check xem nó ra giảm giá hè chứ tháng này à mình thấy nhau 6 thông báo mới là tao đăng bài đâu admin có lên lập nó đăng bài là admin có lên lập quản lý một group các member tập tại ở Nguyễn Lương Bằng để anh chị em giao lưu học hỏi xe duyên với nhau không nhỉ. Kinh ấy gì vậy gì ấy nhỉ nó đăng rồi này từ ta xem học ngồi Vũ ơi nó đang đăng bài sale gì đây, đăng từ ngày bao nhiêu đây, đăng từ 3 ngày trước nó đang sale hè đằng nào nhưng mà mày cũng một kích hoạt tháng sau nếu mày có đi tập luôn không, nếu mày ăn nhau à đâu thế gì đấy cái đã chết nhỉ đấm cho mày là kiếp thằng này xịn đấy này ngủ rồi đấy ngoan chia hai con bạch tuộc ở đâu ấy không nào bọn đấy trong là tiền còn đấy quỷ tiền Bạn đấy lúc mà trả tiền, nhưng mà đấy lúc mà trả tiền ngay không mà thiếu đâu. Đấy, lại nhiên nó đuổi nhân viên liên tục. Đi cầm biết đâu ăn sửa gì là sẽ là lâu bần lâu dài đấy. Đi cầm biết đâu ăn mà nên hào hỏng ngày phết. Quá tời nó, nhưng mà sao nó không nói lại. Anh bảo sao thằng này nó không tự đi năm 2 mà anh tưởng là cái thằng mới đi xong cơ. Anh tưởng thế. Anh tưởng là cái thằng mới đi xong. Luôn thầy. Thằng ấy chắc là đang chơi rồi, đang chơi foil rồi, đang chơi falling rồi. Còn đang chơi mày ngoại nó quá. Đùa tao à, tao phiền không? Mày làm phiền thằng Vương. Đùa tao à? Không biết mấy giờ không cửa ấy. Ca tối mà 10 rưỡi tầm đấy. Thì có thể đấy, em lên cô mới rồi đúng không? Đúng rồi, mất 3 lần reward mà. Lần thứ nhất 2,5 tỷ. Hả? Lạ ấy nhỉ? Thấy thằng cháu cũng lạ nhỉ? Không phải.